Yo, what's up? Seiishizo here, and doing another prediction event. We did it for all of the prelims, so let's do it for the regional cups as well. And this banner looks amazing, though. This banner really looks amazing. So yada yada, a lot of stuff. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna for the prediction is the Chinese Cup. So only one winner goes through, and that winner actually goes straight to World Finals. We just have to pick one. So I already did this, but it's gonna be pretty easy for me to pick. Like if I had to pick two, it would have been more difficult because actually Lin and Les, they're both pretty good players. The others, like you can see the player profiles, like LD Monster, I know he's pretty good. This guy Kabisho is pretty good. Flash, not. Yeah, the other three, I'm not like the first five on the list. I would say they're pretty good. The other three, I would say they're not that great. So, but I gotta go with how to play, man. Like this guy, I've seen some replay. He has an Oberon that does 46k damage without an attack buff. It's really slow, and then he boosts us up with a Yeonhong and he just one-shot something for 46k damage, skill 3. This guy has an insane amount of damage. Also, his Yeonhong does an insane amount of damage. I was actually surprised that his Gianna doesn't do that much damage on artifacts, like skill 1 wise, but I think he's stacking bomb damage. You can go left, right, and center, but I just think how to play has to win this. He has most tournament experience, like based on like legend tournaments as well. Lest, of course, is a really good player, but how to plays box is just insane. So if he doesn't mess anything up, I kind of expect how to play to win. Also, some people were saying like, oh, we cannot see who's playing who. A, it doesn't really matter because you just have to pick one. B, you can still see it because the opposite parts have to play each other. So it's how to play against OC, Lin against Lest, which is going to be a really good first match. LD Monster against Journey and Flash against Kabi, same as that, like all of the other predictions were like to be predicted who plays against who. So yeah, so actually Lin and Les are on the opposite side of the bracket of how to play. They're in the fourth match. That also means that how to play is, he will, like maybe his last match will be more difficult, but I expect him the first two matches to insanely stomp everyone. So curious to see how that goes. So that's on the 23rd. Well, it's 23rd, 10:30 p.m. So it's the 24th for pretty much most except for like the NA. So, yep, let's modify that just to be sure. Okay, then let's see. Now it gets more interesting. We got America's Cup. America's Cup is on the 24th, but it's AM. It's like evening for yeah, it's evening for Europe and it's midnight for Asia, I guess. So this is pretty cool. Like we can actually see all the players, and he's sturdy newcomer. Genny Hathor, Chiwu, Tian Leng, Okeanos, pretty CC heavy. Dreams Joseph, pretty much always in there, going heavy on the Beast Riders. I'm surprised Barbara's not in there. Like from all Beast Riders that he has, like I kind of expected Beast Riders to be in there. Cam Baller, Rising Star 2020. Yeah, he has an insane box with that Ragdoll and Pater, and he has some good runes to pair with that as well. He drafts pretty smart. Like pretty much like yesterday I played him like 5 times or something. He also has a bit of luck, like for some reason always when something dies on my side it was from a proc, but hey, that's just me complaining about procs. We all do that, so I probably procced his ass a few times as well, so we went kind of even. I think he helped me. I think he went one up on me for like that. But yeah, were some fun matches. So everyone expects Camballer to do well. I expect him to do well. Like he has an insane box. He has to play JMac. JMac did also show like really good. Like he kicked out Thompson, which is a big thing as well. But I'm not too sure if you can handle Camballer. Like I'm not too sure. Then we have Trokumu, which also like he showcased some good plays as well. He kind of like I kind of underestimated him because I thought he was slacking. He wasn't playing that much on ladder, so that's for example also why I didn't choose Topathy back then. But he has to play Tree, and Tree is a beast. Traditional strong player, traditional beast player. This guy is like, okay, sure, he lost to Raigeki. He went to the losers bracket. He had some wonky drafts where just the team did too much one-sided stuff and therefore was able to be killed. Like too much supports and then Sierra just one-shots at some point. So, but I think he's gonna get far as well. Like I've seen quite some of his matches. He's not playing too much at the moment, but probably he's just hiding everything really good. But yeah. Then we have Raigeki. Yeah, pretty solid draft all around. I'm not sure if he's playing too much on the Gemini side still, but he has some good runes as well. And when I play against him, sometimes you have some of these players you just feel like they have more luck than others. I feel Raigeki is one of them. I don't know why, but I feel Raigeki is one of them. And then we have Popo Panda, which I thought had a good showing, and he's pretty a veteran player, so I think he will do pretty well as well. So then the cool thing is you can check like the prediction status, which I'm not really. I think this is the one like who's gonna win the whole thing or something, because this would probably add up to 100, and this is just like the left four are adding up to 100 if I'm not mistaken, and the right four are adding up to 100. So I was at first when I looked at this, I'm like, what? Are we gonna do 200%? Oh yeah, 2 people make it in or something. Yeah, okay. So I guess this is. I'm not really sure how this is because this says like the semi-final prediction, qualifier prediction, and this is like the final qualifier prediction. But the semi-final qualifier prediction, maybe that's the old one we already did or something. I don't know. And then this is like from like who's gonna get in. So if you don't know and you don't watch this, you can just go from there and just pick everyone that's like high rated, and then maybe you'll get there. So I think for most it does make sense. For some, I'm probably gonna change. So Heaves against Dreams Joseph. I'm going for Heaves. I think Heaves plays better than Dreams Joseph. He has the Tian Lang, which counters Dreams Joseph pretty big, and I think Heaves plays really well at the moment. So JMac Camballer, I have to give it to Camballer. Like, sorry JMac, but I think JMac plays really good. If he would have played any of the other players, I think he had a really good shot against like most of them. But Camballer, that's gonna be difficult. Same for Trokumu. Trokumu, if he would have had to play against like some of the others, he had a good shot, but against 3, that's difficult. Then for the last one, most people choose Raigeki over Popo Panda, but I'm actually gonna go for Popo Panda. I have a more feeling that like Popo Panda is more like a steady player in my opinion. Like Raigeki, like also basing on like his win rates, his main drafts, and that kind of stuff. I feel like he's more a person that is depending on everything landing and a bit of a luck factor. And I think Popo Panda is a bit more solid. Again, this is just my opinion. So sorry, Raigeki, if you're watching this, I gotta choose someone. This is the reason I choose it for. So yeah, I think that's that. Then Heaves against Camballer. Even though Camballer, if he picks and bans smart, that the Tianlang and the Ragdoll is pre-banned at the same point, which probably means, oh, now you're, if either of them are gonna watch this, and then you're gonna do the mindfuck, and then the prediction mindfuck, and then the mindfuck and mindfuck. So what Camballer should do, oh, this is gonna be so difficult. You have to pre-ban the Ragdoll, or like when the Ragdoll is pre-banned, at that point you want the Tian Lang pre-banned. You don't want both on the field like possible to be picked at the same time. So actually Heaves really counters Camballer because Ragdoll's biggest counter is a Tian Lang pretty much. Because it's like 50% the passive, plus Tian Lang is gonna get a shit ton of turns. So that's gonna be difficult because first pre-ban is probably gonna be Pater. So you got a second pre-ban Tianling and that first pre-ban Tianling. Or shoot you, or does he think the same that you're doing? Or then you don't know. So yeah, you don't know if he's just gonna pre-ban Tianling first, or not pre-ban Pater first, or pre-ban Ragdoll first. But still, for overall box, overall play, I would give it to Camballer. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's win. Let's say like let's go percentages for chances that I give for the match. So let's say the first one. I cannot redo it. Heaves against Dreams Joseph, I give 70% to Heaves. Camballer against JMac, I give 70% to Camballer. Trokumu against Tree, I would give a little bit less. I would go 60-65% for Tree. Then Raigeki Popo Panda is the closest one, but I give 55 to 60% for Popo Panda. Then Heaves against Camballer, I would give 55 to 66 to Camballer. Then we have 3 against Popo Panda, and then I gotta go with like last year's runner-up 3. But also that I would give him like I would give him 60-70% because I think 3 is pretty good into the draft that Propo Panda brings, more than the draft that Trokomu brings. So that's that, and then we don't have to predict who actually is gonna win, but let's do that as well. Ken Baller versus 3. I would say Ken Baller wins, but it's a 60-40. So let's predict that. Boom, we can claim some rewards. Nice. So then for the other ones, they're not open to predict yet, but I can already put that in the video because you can already see and you can actually already, like, you're only not allowed to, you cannot place like the predictions yet, but we can look into them as well. So let's see, Otulov. Otulov came from the CAO prelim winner, like first round. He came in like straight in first round. He beat like, I don't know who he beat, but he had to go past like Diligent, Sarah. I'm missing some. Like they had like insane good players, and Otulov made it in, which kind of surprised, but that's pretty well. Charmy, the guy actually won straight over like Skit and everyone. Did he have to play Skit in the first? No, he actually had to. Juan had to play Skit, so he didn't have to play Skit, which is preferably for him, but he played pretty well. Then we have Tanaka Tsubasa, which played pretty well. He won from... Did he win from Matsu? Well, at least any of those won from Matsu, which is the losers of the... No, I think Shiki won from Matsu. Shiki was actually someone that came in quite unpredicted. Didn't know anything about him, but he played pretty well. Gaia from Taipei, Hong Kong, loses prelim. He's been around like long time. So we have Barbara most picked. That's Barbara's not as good anymore as it was because people are getting more used to like how to deal with it, but it's still pretty good. But you see, like, wait, is Hathor? No, only Otulov is no Hathor. Hathor first, Hathor second, Hathor first. No Hathor, nice. Hathor second. Wait, how is that for America? So we got Hathor first, Hathor fourth, no Hathor, Hathor first, Hathor third, Hathor first, Hathor third, Hathor second. So yeah, Asia Cup is pretty heavy on the Hathor. So let's look at the matches. Charmy against Otulov. I will give that to Charmy. I just think he has a better rune quality than Otulov. Otulov has good box, but I think Charmy has better rune quality. Gaia against Tanaka Tsubasa. Ooh, like for the first match, let's go for percentages again as well. I would give Charmy 70%. So Tanaka Tsubasa against Gaia. I'm not too sure. I really give that a 50-50, to be honest. I really give that a 50-50. Let's look at the units they use. Like, well, who counters who more? So we got like Valajul, Sierra. I think I'm gonna go with Gaia actually on that one. Yeah, it's a 50-50 for me, but I'll go for Gaia. Then we have Skit against Shiki. I have to go with Skit. Skit is insanely good. Sure, he had to go losers bracket, but then he went 8-0 in losers bracket. And he only lost his first round because he had to go against like a heavy LD spammer. But man, Skit just has to go through, right? Skit just has to go through. Then we have Xera against Mr. Chung. Actually, Mr. Chung, I expected to make him in, but I forgot to modify my prediction, so I didn't vote for him. Otherwise, I would have had him in as well. He's, yeah, like they say, he's pretty good in the pick and ban. Like, he also uses like similar draft as what I do. He does have some other units with that as well. So I will go for Mr. Chung on that one. Then we have Charmy against Gaia. I would give that to Charmy like 60-40. Oh, wait, let's go for the percentage of the other one. Shiki against Skit, I would say 70-80% for Skit. Maybe kind of undervalue Shiki, but I feel like Skit is just way better. Then we have Sarah against Mr. Chung. Let's say 60-65% for Mr. Chung. Then we have Charmy against Gaia. I would say 60-65% chance. Nah, 65-70 for Charmy. I think he's better than Gaia, yeah. And we have Skit against Mr. Chung. That's going to be more difficult for Skit, but I still think Skit will win. And then you actually have 2 Koreans in the finals, which Korea HQ would be really happy about. I'm not paid by Korea HQ, by the way, but to say any of these predictions. But Yeah, I would say that Skip would win like 60-65%. No, maybe more. 65-70% against Mr. Chung. And then we have a final match of Gaia against Mr. Chung, and I would go for Mr. Chung. So I think these three will make it to the World Finals. I wouldn't be surprised. But I cannot predict that yet, so that's my prediction for then. And then we go to a Euro Cup. Let's go. 2nd of November, day after my birthday, we can start to do that. So we have Shen with Okeanos, Genny, or he doesn't go for Genny, Genny Hathor, but he goes for Artemil Ragdoll, that kind of stuff. Me, which is Hathor 2nd place, Sierra, Genny, friend. Did I pick that much Genny? I think this is wrong. I'm pretty sure, like, I got my own stats, I don't pick that much Genny, so I'm not sure where this is coming from. I don't pick that much Genny at all. Well, could it be wrong? Could be right. No, I'm pretty sure I don't pick that much Genny. But yeah, whatever. Powerful pick band, powerful Oracle. But yeah, the newcomer, not solvable, new challenger, yes, Rosit. Most picked Ragdoll. Then we have another Hathor user, Obaba, everyone knows him. Felicity. It's actually funny, like, for the people that use Hathor, it's pretty, like, far up. And for the people, like, in Europe, there's a lot of people that don't use Hathor at all. So if you check, like, no Hathor, Hathor 2nd, no Hathor, Hathor 5th, Hathor 1st, no Hathor, Hathor 1st, no Hathor. So it's actually, like, Europe has a lot of non-Hathor users. So yeah, pretty cool. So Zerpolita, unpredictable, unique style. He has a really wide box. I think for people that have like the widest box right now, Zerpolita's #1. Like, he's not #1 for rune quality, but like for the width of his box, like for how many units he can draft, he has quite a lot of stuff, because he also has the Mali, the Nyx, Ragdoll, Artemil. He has the CC comms, he has the Bruiser comms, he has like a lot of that kind of stuff. And then we have Ismo. He lost to me in last year's prelim, but he got in this year, so good to see that. He had to beat Pink Droid, Dark Droid for that, which is a fellow Dutchie, so that's too bad, but yeah, it's cool. So then we go Shen against Seiishizo. Hey, I'm gonna win this. Easy, easy, easy. No, it's not gonna be easy, but I'm pretty confident I can win it. Like, let's say 70-30. 70-30, I'm gonna win this. Then we have X-Knight against Roasted. I would have to give that to Roasted because of rune quality, but I feel like X-Knight plays RTA better. Like, he has a better understanding of RTA. But for rune quality and box, I would have to give it to Roasted. But I think that's a close one. I would say like 40-60 for Roasted. Then we have Obabo against Philippe. I'm gonna give it to my man Philippe, man. I'm gonna like people are gonna disagree with this one, but A, Philippe is a really good friend of mine, and B, he's my guild leader, so otherwise I get kicked, and probably not. But I feel like if you check for like rune quality, like across the board of all of these players, Velipity is fucking high up there. Like, insane. He has insane rune quality. He makes some mistakes here and there. I think Obaba was a bit more clean in the draft, but Obaba also has like I would say has like a better luck factor. Like I said before, some people I just feel like they have a better luck factor than others. Obabo is one of those that's like, he won some drafts that he should have lost, like just some luck factors. Sure, everyone has luck factors more there, but I sometimes have a feeling some people have more luck than others. But then again said, I think if Philippe if he prepares well enough, I think he can do really well. If he doesn't make mistakes, like, his rune quality is, I'm pretty sure, better than Obabo's. However, the box of Obaba with Han right now is better than Philippe's. So I would give them a 50-50, but I'm gonna give it to Philippe. Then we have Zerpolita against Ismo. I would have to give that to Zerpolita just because of like his box is super wide right now, and he can draft like a lot of stuff, and I'm not sure if Ismo can deal with that right now. But I would say a close match as well. I would say 60-40. Then we have Seiishizo against Roseth. So we played this match already. I won 2-0. He wasn't that prepared. I could see that from his draft. He probably will prepare better for me this time, but he will prepare based on what I did before, and then I'm gonna do something else, and then he prepares for that as well, and I'm gonna do the same as before. So he has no clue what I'm gonna do. Oh, mind blown. No, I'm gonna give that to myself, but it's gonna be a difficult match. But I would say 60 to 65% for me, and yeah, I would win that. Then we have Felicity against Zerpolita. I would give that to Felicity. Just he has way better rune quality than the Zerpolita. That's 100% sure, and he just has to watch out for like the difficult to deal with LDs draft smart enough. But I feel like Felicity can win that like 65-70%, and then it's Seiishizo against Felicity, and then I'm gonna beat his ass. Then I'm gonna beat his ass. So that's my prediction. I can't modify this one yet. Maybe some people are not gonna agree with me on the Felicity because say Obabo is like one of the tournament favorites. Felicity Obabo is actually like a pretty bad like draft. That's a difficult one to get like in the first match, but I feel like Felicity can do good stuff in this tournament. So I'm really happy he's in like first time because the guy has been like replacement player twice in a row. But I feel like he can bring it pretty far. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him in World Finals. America's Cup is coming up the 24th of October. Week later, Asia Cup. Week later, Europe Cup. So let me know in the comments if you agree with these prediction or not at all. Of course, feel free to completely disagree. It's an opinion. It's a prediction thing. So, but also if you have no clue of like who's going where, then this is the video for you, and you can just copy all of that. Or even simpler, you can just look at the predictions of other people and you just go based on these, which is pretty easy as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. And enjoy the SWCs.